Hi, Covenant kids and families. I sure do miss seeing you. I think we're all getting a little bit tired of being cooped up in our houses, and sometimes when we're around the same people all the time, we tend to say things that we may not really mean, things that might hurt each other's feelings. In the Bible, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 1, it says, "A harsh word stirs up anger, but a gentle answer turns away wrath." So today I want to talk to you about your words and read you a story called The Quarreling Book by Charlotte Zolotow, and the pictures are drawn by Arnold Lobel. I love this story because it talks about the way we use our words and what can turn those words into something harmful, what can turn it around to make everybody have a much better day. So let's enjoy this book together. The Quarreling Book. It was a rainy, gray morning, and Mr. James forgot to kiss Mrs. James goodbye when he left for the office. Mrs. James felt quite cross because of this, and because the rain made the day so gray. So when Jonathan James came down for breakfast, she was sharp with him. "Oh, for goodness sake," she said, "why did you wear that shirt again today? It's filthy." The shirt looked clean to Jonathan, and he thought she was being unfair. Because of this, and because the rain made the day so gray, he turned on Sally James when she came down for breakfast. "Can't you ever get down in time?" he said. "You'll be late to school for sure." The clock said 8:15, which was the time Sally was supposed to come down, and she thought Jonathan was completely unreasonable. Because of this, and because the rain made the day so gray, when Sally got to school and met her best friend Marjorie in the hall, she looked at her and said, "Where'd you get that awful raincoat? It looks like a boy's." Marjorie, who thought the raincoat was a beautiful shade of yellow, felt Sally was being very unpleasant. And because of this, and because the rain made the day so gray anyway, when she got home from school and found her little brother playing with her dolls, she said, "Why do I have to have a little sissy for a brother?" Eddie, her little brother, always played with her dolls, and she had never minded before, and he thought she was being most unkind. Because of this, and because he couldn't go outdoors to play in the rain, Eddie went to his room and shoved the dog off his bed, where the dog was sleeping. But the dog didn't mind the rain. She thought Eddie was playing, so she put her front paws down and her hindquarters up, and her tail began wagging. She pounced on Eddie, and they rolled over and over, wrestling together until the dog won and sat down on Eddie's chest and began licking his face. This tickled and made him laugh, and he was laughing so hard that when Marjorie came in looking for a pencil for her arithmetic homework, he gave her his best one with a new eraser. She was so grateful she couldn't help smiling and saying, "Thank you very much." She started out of the room and then turned back. "You really aren't a sissy," she said. She couldn't find the paper she'd copied the problems on, so she had to call up Sally to get them. She forgot she was mad at her. "Hello, Sally," she said, and she sounded so friendly that Sally was sorry for what she had said about the raincoat. She gave Marjorie the homework and said, "It's really not so bad, that raincoat. You just have to get used to the color." Then she hung up feeling better and ran back upstairs, humming to herself. She met Jonathan at the top of the staircase. "Hi there, Johnny," she said. I wasn't late at all." And she smiled at him so pleasantly that Jonathan said, "I was just teasing you." "It's okay," said Sally. Just then, Mrs. James came into the hall. Jonathan said, "I'll put this in the laundry tonight for sure, Mom." And Mrs. James was so pleased that he remembered. She said, "All right, dear. I couldn't have hung the wash in all this rain anyhow. Tomorrow will do just as well." Around 5 o'clock, the sun came out. Everything looked glistening and clean, and the birds began to sing. Just as Mr. James came home and gave Mrs. James a great warm hello kiss before he went upstairs to wash for dinner. Well, wasn't that a surprise, boys and girls? The dog is the one that turned everything around. And I just want to encourage you today to think about your words. And when someone says something that might be a little bit unkind to you or might hurt your feelings, sometimes we need to know that people just didn't really mean that they might be frustrated with something else. And let those words just kind of roll off our back and forgive them, realizing that we've all said things that were unkind in the past. I hope this helps you have a great day, and I'm looking forward to the day that I can see you soon. Bye-bye.